challenge for you, and it's one I'm going to actually take myself. Um, but we always talk about being dedicated towards your self-improvement, your self-development, your growth. But we're not always willing to do the things necessary if they get too far uncomfortable or they get too difficult. Um, it doesn't mean you don't want self-development, but you definitely have to do the things that are required of you to grow, and that means challenging yourself in areas that you're not comfortable. Um, so anyway, this is the challenge that I've set for myself and I want you to do for you. I want you to find your 10 closest friends and family, just combination of friends and family. Okay, and I know you're very, very busy, so you can't possibly take the time to find 10. So at least find five. Five good, solid, close people in your life, friends and family, combination thereof. And what I want you to do is I want you to cultivate a better, more comfortable relationship with them. And I want you to develop a way to give them a safe space. The reason that I want you to develop that closer relationship, like renew your ties and deepen your bonds, and I want you to give them a safe space, is because I'm going to ask you to ask them to do something that's probably going to be an eye opener for you and be just a little bit uncomfortable. I know that we all think we know ourselves, and we know what we think and how we feel and what we're going to do. And we all know our strengths and weaknesses. Well, I just want to challenge that today. So what you're going to do over the course of this time period, and this is not something that's going to take you 5 minutes. I mean, this is something that's probably going to take you weeks to reconnect and cultivate a safe space for them. But what I want you to do is, after you've cultivated this safe space for them to talk to you, I want you to ask them to tell you the truth about what they see in you. Because we're looking at the growth side and we definitely want to make this uncomfortable, we want the negative stuff. I want you to ask them to tell you the things that they see in you that they think are negative or that aren't going to get you closer to your goal. Now, please understand, I don't want this to be a situation where this is going to like destroy you, because if you're anything like me, I'm a Pisces, we tend to think that that we should always be loved at all times, and we should never be criticized, and we should be perfect. Um, I really think that what you're going to do with this is you're going to ask these people about yourself. You're going to ask them to tell you the truth about yourself, the truth as they see it. And what you might find in the process of this is some pretty enlightening and surprising results. And the reason we're asking for the things that are negative, or the things that they see that they think are hindering you from achieving your dreams, your goals, is because we all have, mentally speaking, what they call a scotoma, or blind spots in our thinking processes when it comes to ourselves. And so we don't always know at every step and every turn that we're doing these things that are sabotaging our success, sabotaging our life, sabotaging our relationships, situationships, whatever you want to call them. And so what you want from this is the fact that these are the closest people to you, and you want to give them a safe space so they are trusting of the fact that you're not going to get mad at them, you're not going to cut off your relationships with them, you're not going to fire back and be irreparably hurt, because egos are fragile, let's face it, and we all got one. So I'm challenging you today to do this with your top 10, or if you're really busy, top 5 friends and family that you're close to, that you spend time with, that you would consider a person who's capable of telling you the truth. Because again, when you're looking for your growth and your development, you can't just only focus on the pretty stuff. Yes, you should build yourself up. Yes, you should have self esteem. Yes, you should focus on your strengths and not your weaknesses. But there comes points in time during your leveling up, as it were, your development, that you have to try to work the weaknesses out of your personality. And that's the part of development that gives you your power. Because as you begin to know yourself more, you begin to work with yourself more, you begin to become more acquainted with your weaknesses, you can work some of them out of your personality. Now, there are some you may never be able to correct, but you at least need to get a better view of what they are, because you can't just go on how you think people see you. You have to go on a more well rounded perspective of truth. So, try the process. You might be pleasantly surprised or unpleasantly surprised, but either way, I think you're going to be challenged. So, thanks, guys, for sharing my armchair. Hope you actually try this. Um, and if you like it, subscribe. If you don't, hey, search engines are out there. You'll find what you need. But in the meantime, I hope you have a great day whenever and wherever you are.